the presentation after. Okay. Yeah, live.
Wait, is the live stream started? Okay. Screen is stuck actually.
Okay. We can maybe stop and restart the live stream if it's frozen.
Yeah, now I think got that. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, so welcome everyone. Thanks for joining in. I am Kabir, and today at Archido study session we are going to talk about Monaverse. So let's start it. So what is Monaverse? So Monaverse is a community of builders wanting to create an open metaverse through the creation and use of 3D virtual environments. Mona is basically a network of decentralized virtual world created solely by artists and meta architects all over the world. And it's the first of all platform that lets a creator create mint his virtual world as NFT and sell it. So their vision is to create a decentralized metaverse, an open metaverse, which so that the creator retains the full ownership of the virtual worlds he creates. The virtual worlds are hosted on Filecoin, which is a decentralized storage blockchain, and the platform, the Monaverse, is backed by many big names such as Protocol Labs, Filecoin, Flamingo DAO, Consensus, IPFS, and Polygon Studios. So Mona was some background talk of about the platform. So Monaverse was co-founded by artists only. Its CEO Justin Melillo, Alex Petting, and Matthew Horrell. They were actually best friend, and they wanted to create an open metaverse, which will solely be so that the creator retains full ownership, and that has led to the creation of this platform. Mona, as of today, works on web browsers. Uh, its CEO Justin Melillo says that it's just a starting point right now, as majority of attention is in web browsers, and as VR and AR gets mainstream, they have some big plans for VR AR integration as well. So Mona in future also plans to create certain utilities around the virtual worlds, and also these virtual worlds might be utilized in other metaverse platform such as Decentraland, Sandbox, etc. So I would like to mention about the buildathon that happened recently in the Monaverse. So Monaverse organized a buildathon, basically a hackathon for building virtual worlds, and which was called the Renaissance of Metaverse. It was held to accelerate the creation of virtual worlds, and it openly called for architects, 3D designers, and artists to create spaces centered around certain categories, such as spaces to display art, NFTs, spaces for events, and spaces for socialization. Also, there was a bounty of $250,000, and the top 18 virtual worlds would be bought by Protocol Labs. So, well, that the deadline already crossed. The deadline was January 27th, but still creators can get into it and create virtual worlds. But the hackathon has ended. So how does it work? So basically, it's very simple. a creator mints a virtual space as NFT, and anyone who wants to collect it can do it from OpenSea and can use it for whatever purpose he or she wants, such as for socialization, displaying NFTs, conducting events, and the creator has full ownership over his virtual worlds. So let's talk about how different Monaverse is from other metaverses. So the virtual spaces that are created in Mona are of high fidelity, unlike other platforms. And there is no need to own or buy land in order to start creating in the platform. Anyone can get in and mint NFTs and sell it. There is no kind of restrictions, and full creative freedom is given to the artists. Unlike other platforms such as VR Chat and Horizon Worlds, the creator has full ownership over his virtual worlds. So I would like to have a basic walkthrough videos of certain virtual worlds created by a very famous artist X Copy recently.
Oke, pesan. Ayam geprek-geprek apa entah?
Hi, Alisa. Your mic is not mute.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
राजेश्वरी तू भी लगा देना हाँ बोलती है कि मैं आऊंगी तो पता नहीं ये बात भी करेगी कि नहीं
Maybe it's because of Zoom, some of the bandwidth is being. If it helps, you can share the link in the chat and we can parallelly watch and move.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that it's stuck, and so I would like to cancel it. Is it sharing this window? I think.
Okay, I'll do it. No worries.
So I will share. So I think I will need to do it later. So let's go ahead. So I've created a guide basic for creators who want to join and start building in the metaverse. So I would like to explain some basic terminologies that a creator needs to know before start creating. So space is a 3D virtual social environment that can be viewed in a web browser. Builders are able to create spaces using free tools like Unity, Blender, or other applications like Maya, Gravity Sketch, and other tools to create 3D models. Each space is minted as an NFT and can be bought and sold much like any other NFT. If you are the owner of a space, you can use token gated access to only allow user to enter the space. Space does not require land to purchase before creating the space. Each space is created from scratch with the tools of choice and put together in Unity. These spaces are then bought as a complete package. So this is totally different from the metaverse says like Decentraland. Spaces are designed to be social environments and can be used for whatever you want, whatever way you want. Once published, Mona Space becomes private metaverse hangouts for you and your friends. When entering the spaces, you can customize your avatar and chat using voice and text. Also, new utilities continuously being added to the spaces. Spaces can even be interactive by using a special reactor system, and you can also connect the spaces using portals. So what is portals? So portals are actually allow for easy navigation between spaces inside Mona. These portals function as a hyperlink to another space within the Monaverse and beyond. Portals can be used to form larger interconnected worlds. A portal is an object in a space that you can click on that and will take you to a new space within the Monaverse. The owner of the space can decide where each portal is connected to and can be chosen from any other maintained space on the Mona platform. So basically, interoperability. So basically, you can jump in other spaces using portals. Let's get to know about what are artifacts. Artifacts allow builders and owners to open external websites from within the space. Perhaps you want to create a virtual store within the 3D representation of a product in your space that links to the online store product page. Another use might be some furniture that you want to add to the space but want the owner to be able to remove it at a later point in time. Let's understand about what are canvases. Canvases are also considered as an artifact. These allow a builder owner to display external media types such as images in the space. Currently, JPEG and PNG formats are only supported. These media URL links can be updated after the space has been minted. As canvases can be linked to external sites too. It might be used to showcase your art in a gallery to sell that link to the marketplace for your NFT. Canvases are best used for any images, image NFTs, posters, etc. that your space may have. This will be very helpful to artists or collectors who want to display their NFTs in a monoverse space. So let's get to know about how to create your own space in Monaverse. So with Mona, you can design your metaverse using familiar 3D tools such as Blender, Rhino, or Gravity Sketch, then import it into the easy to use Unity template, then test directly in the browser before publishing. So so first of all, we need to download and install Unity and open the Mona template in Unity and add the assets that we have created from other 3D tools and customize using Unity using the easy to flow documentation that is given in the website of Monaverse. And then we need to test the spaces, and we can test the spaces in our own browser before minting it, and we can also optimize it for creating best results. And then we will need to submit the space for Q&A, and once it is passed, we can mint the spaces. So some more elaboration I would like to do here. Unity, first of all, first step is to install the Unity. Unity is free to download and required to set up your space, and it can be installed from Unity Hub. And also, we should take care that Mona does not support Unity 2021 or above. Unity 2020 may work, but still they are saying that they cannot guarantee the compatibility with Monaverse. So we need to take care about that. So they have ready to use Unity Mona template. They have made it easier for a creator, for anyone to start creating, which we'll need to download from GitHub. And after downloading, we will need to open the template in Unity. We should After that we shall unzip the template into the preferred location and the folder in the project. After that, after opening the Mona template, we should load the Mona template scene using Mona. And this will open three scenes: spaces, artifacts, and portals. Here, as it is shown, so now it's time to create our spaces. And here is a summary. So import your 3D assets that we have created using the 3D tools into Unity. To import, you can use any of the following: drag and drop your assets and texture from your desktop into Unity directly, or right mouse click in the project file and use import new asset and select your assets to import. Use the asset import new asset menu item to import your assets. They recommend that add your art here folder located inside the asset folder in the project window to store our assets. So once the assets are imported in the project folder, we can add it to our spaces by the hierarchy window, or we can also import it into the scene directly. There are three scenes which we can import into our objects. First is space scene. Add all the assets. We will add all the assets that we will like to permanently stay in our maintained project in the space scene. Assets that will not change in our space, such as environment assets. For example, if we want to build a traditional gallery space, we will need the assets for the walls into the space scene. Second is portal scene. A Mona space generally requires at least one portal. Portals are like a gateway to another space, as I have mentioned earlier. In the Monaverse, each Mona template includes two portals, which we can edit. Portals cannot be modified or turned off in the future. And third is artifact scenes. For assets that we might want to remove in the future, such as painting or piece of furniture, we shall add those to the artifact scene. These can also be linked to external websites such as NFT marketplaces. And in order to work correctly, our artifacts and canvases have a specific hierarchy. Now, after the creation of space, we must test our space. So once we are ready to test our space, we can use the playground button at the top of the Unity window. After our spaces has been created, the playground website will automatically open, as well the file location of our playground files. we have to drag the playground file folders in onto the upload your playground files box on the websites, and and the space will start running. And if we want to build a playground files without using the playground button, we can do it. We can use Mona or build playground files menu options. If we need to find the playground folder on our own, they can be found, or they can also be found in the export folder in our Unity project folder. So after it is tested, we have to submit our space, and there will be a Q&A before minting it. We will also need a digital wallet such as MetaMask or Wallet Connect to, and after that we will also there will be a page that will come that will need some basic information like our name, space title, and some description about spaces and which category we are building. And after that, if the space if we pass the Q&A, we can mint the spaces and upload to OpenSea marketplaces to sell. Also, what utilities Monaverse have given to the collectors who own the spaces. Mona spaces are continually adding utilities to spaces before and after minting. Currently, there are some set of utilities around owning a space. There is token gated access, means only the NFT, only the people who are allowed by the NFT holder can only access the space. And they can also, the NFT holder can also edit the space with the portals that are linked to, and also the NFT holder can link to other spaces and add certain media links like such as NFTs and all. So these things can only be done by the NFT holder, the collector who owns the particular virtual space. So at last, I would like to talk about the opportunities for architects that are being created here. So an architect can obviously use those spaces to show it to the client, and an architect can create those spaces for create those NFT. His skills are obviously his skills are very much to create the virtual spaces, and there are multiple opportunities for architects to create in the Monaverse. He or she can also there are many there are here she can slide into the Discord. There are many clients there who want to build in the Monaverse, and so here I would like to conclude my presentation.
Big round of applause for Kabir. Great presentation. So, from your like whole experience of working with and studying Mona, what are like the most challenging part, and what are the most beneficial part compared to like other experiences you have, like, or other metaverses you have played with?
So basically, all the metaverse I think are very easy. They are made very easier for anybody to start creating. Like it's just a straight workflow that we need to build. So there are not any kind of difficulties which I experienced in creating in Monaverse, other as compared to other platforms.
I see. I would also like to open for the whole people in the call. What are your thoughts?
Very nice. Thanks, Kabir, for all this deep research and for bringing it to us. It's my first contact with Mona, and it seems very interesting, especially from our architect's point of view. I was wondering if you know something related to the problem that I've been personally been facing with space chat, spatial metaverse, that is related to the RAM consumption of the computer. It's been kind of hard to load all the things in the space. I don't know if it's something related to the metaverse itself, or if it's most depending only on our internet connection in our computer, but I don't know if it would be easier to engage in a metaverse than others. But do you have any experience with that? Did you face any improve or decrease on the performance?
See, the performance of these platforms actually depends upon the system requirements. Okay, and it depends. It will need specialized graphics cards and high RAM for the platform to work perfectly, and it will be like that for every platform.
So probably I'm not gonna be solving this problem with one metaverse or the other, right?
Only if we get something like Oculus Quest, I think that will be perfect for every metaverse platform there only. Otherwise, we will need high-end system.
Yeah, so like from my experience, so it says like they're using WebGL. So basically it's for using your computing power from your browser in your GPU. I'm not sure if we can see the space in mobile, but like, so crypto voxels takes the rendering and load into that server. This Mona is offloading all the compute to the edge, like the client will, like the people who are using the space. So yeah,
So it's the
something
same
to.
thing as a spatial. Both run on the same thing, WebGL, and your computer has to run it. Yeah, it can be a challenge, like not in our mean, but whenever people want to bring more audience to the metaverse, it can be a challenging, right? Maybe CryptoVoxel has a
And
point
even
in this.
using Unity is one of the challenge, can be one of the challenge.
Yeah, I was looking like they have a size restriction of 180 MB.
Yes.
So it's also to keep in mind, not comparing our Revit
Very
model
low.
size.
Yes. Oh my God. I might not have any 3D model with 180 in my computer. Scary.
I think that's one of the biggest challenges with 3D models on the web, where they have to be really optimized in order for it to be like cross-compatible and experience on different devices as well, right? So I think us as like with a background in architecture, at least, we have to think about ways to optimize our models to maybe even be considering taking part in the metaverse, because if you have a gigabyte of files, it's very difficult to work with these technologies.
Yeah, I didn't know they had like this like last time I checked, like this token gated feature or DAO feature is like maybe it's a demand from community. If artists wants to organize space to their NFT holders, like it has pretty good integration for that. One thing I found from the like GitHub template is they don't allow scripting in Unity. So that is one thing to consider compared to like Somnium space.
But the way that they're approaching like NFT approach and stuff like that, that's pretty commendable, right? Like you can sell your work, like you can sell your 3D work easily.
So yeah, so the way like if I were to critically analyze, like they're becoming like a hosting platform, like the commissioning the mint. Basically, imagine right now if you have a 3D model, you can do mint yourself, where you can say in my NFT instead of image, I have a 3D model link. I store it on decentralized storage and mint it. But you don't have any platform to host your 3D space. So Mona is providing like a storage solution where, okay, we'll provide all the solution, we'll provide the URL, come hang out.
You
And
don't need a link, but you just upload your 3D model there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if Renovi would let you play inside your 3D models as well.
mhm.
The
Yeah, like
question,
it's very accessible, like for first timers. Sorry.
I was just saying like like if it is not Monaverse, then how would you do this?
3JS.
Okay. So we are looking at like non-code approach, at least for the starters. Then what would it be?
Yeah, but a 3JS, you wouldn't be just simply uploading and having the multiplayer real-time integration. You have it in Mona, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first question.
Yeah, so
like
we would have to develop some there's nothing ready for this, like completely open. There's not a library with everything together.
Yeah, they have engineered very well, like if there are multiple people, like I don't know, maybe like using WebSocket and maintaining the state and social aspect among players. So it's pretty cool.
Kabir, I have a question. Like you were mentioning that there should be at least one portal. Like what does it mean? Like if I don't have any other space, then how will I have my portal?
No, portal is basically a basic. It's a link to another space. So it should have at least one portal in order to get submitted. And no, portal
So
is dependent upon if you have another space or not. There is an option to create a portal. It does not need to be another space. You don't need to have.
yeah, I'm guessing they might added this feature to foster socialization among one space to another, because that's part of like metaverse. Like how can other community interact with your community? Or maybe it's portal within if you have a big world, then maybe one portal will be one building to another building. Vidisha, Shri, Praveen, what are your thoughts?
So I have this question, like, how do I find your space? Like, if you have a space in Monaverse, so how do I find your space? Through the portals, like if I'm exploring some other space and there your portal is there, so I come to your space through that portal, or like I can see it on the homepage of Monaverse, or like, or you have to share the link.
So at first, if you want to explore the spaces, they are in the website. And if you want to access those spaces from the virtual worlds, that is actually random. That is because only the 18 right now, as of now, it's Monaverse platform. It just started. Okay, and only the 18 virtual worlds which are selected, only that are connected with each other. The others are not connected. So those words everybody know about.
I think they have also like a landing page where you can see what are the spaces out there and like trending. So you can even discover new.
Yeah, but we can't search in that. And that's a great point. Like if I want to search something, how will I search? There is no search feature anywhere. They're just showcasing some. But if like I have just made it new, it might
So
not even come on the top.
you need to be on the open sea. There are there on the open sea. They are all the words are minted as NFT. So I think they are focusing on that aspect only.
Okay. And like if we are minting the whole 3D space, then how much it is charged?
They have
So
yes, they have a added layer to right now. So you might get means you can mint on Ethereum and Polygon also.
yeah, so I think it's the same amount as you pay for one gas fee for NFT. So Ethereum, like they're approximating 75 to $100, and Polygon would be like cents or $1. So basically, like they're doing the quality check, which makes all the spaces like a very filtered, curated collection. And once the space is approved, there is a mint button right next to it. Then you have your own NFT of your space.
But I think I'm actually very curious about that question because storage, like we've been exploring storage, and like I've explored two storages, which is Filecoin and R Drive, so Arweave.
Mhm.
Typically, they're very expensive to store, especially when you go gigabytes of file storage. So when we looking, or even like 100 megabytes is quite expensive on R Drive, for example. So how does that pricing work? Like, do you pay an upfront cost to upload your assets onto the blockchain, or is the actual space stored off chain in a centralized storage, and it's just similar to how some JPEGs are just stored in a centralized CDN, and they just mint it as a NFT. Um, is What's the model like? Is the entire space decentralized, or is parts of it centralized and parts of it, or the metadata decentralized?
I guess Filecoin gives some free space, like around 10 GB. Or maybe it's like, okay, my bad. 1 GB and that. No?
But they are not creating ID for each person. Like it's for like one individual user. So I think like their business model is commission based. So every time someone mints or buy your space, like 2.5% of the commission goes to Mona. And so they are paying for your storage, but in they're getting all the commission in return. Right, Kabir?
Like, can't we like store it on our personal one and then publish it?
You can, you can you can have your 3D model on Google Drive and share the URL link and have people experience. Not
No,
like
no, I
I
meant
have
on Mona
studios.
only. Like I will connect my account with Mona. That's where I'm thinking.
That's a good point. Actually, since we are on storage discussion, like uh, right now NFT.storage by Filecoin is providing, I think, 100 gigabytes or 1 terabyte free storage for everyone. So, and there's Web3.storage also. So, and one area I was listening is like, don't quote me on these numbers. It's way cheaper to store on IPF, like Filecoin IPFS than Amazon S3. So it's also disrupting the way we will store our things in future. Okay, that's a good question, Shri. Praveen and Vidisha, what are your thoughts? Didn't get a chance.
Hi all. I'm really new to all this, so I'm simply grasping all the information. And yeah, eventually I'll ask question, but right now I'm simply observing. Yeah. But there was a great presentation. It was really detailed. So yeah.
Kabir.
Parag, Anisha.
Paris, you have anything?
Hey, hi, this is Parag here. I joined this community actually just day before and then came across there's a presentation going on, so just joined in today morning. It was a great presentation. This is something new for me also. I've explored metaverse, but not to the very great extent, but whatever I've explored, and this is something I was looking for something for architects because I am kind of expert in BIM, but yeah, I wanted to go further. I mean, beyond BIM. So these things are quite interesting. And Kabir, thanks for the presentation. These are like great inputs for us.
Thank you very much.
We should do like a community hands-on minting or like Mona
Yeah.
exhibition.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
small project would be like if like a small like just a small house or something like that. If you could just show it us on live or something like that, I think that will give you a great understanding of the exact procedure and everything.
Kabir, like, do you have any mock-up? Like, did you get your hands dirty in Monaverse? I
Yeah,
guess you
sure.
were discussing something related to, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I will be very much interested.
Okay, so I'm checking their OpenSea collection. Okay, I can
Mhm.
even share on the link in the chat too.
Maybe you can
So
share your screen so that we all can be on same page.
okay, I have like 1,000 tabs open, but I'll take the risk.
So natural of you.
Okay, so one thing I generally check when I see any collection is, so you guys know this is on Polygon, and like the one in darker symbol is in Ethereum, and you can see all the history. I generally check like what are the properties and the smart contract for this. So one thing to consider is it's not verified. So I can't do like write and read calls here to see what's the metadata of this NFT of whole collection. So that is one thing to keep in mind. So just to give some context, let's say if we compare with other collection, I can easily verify the owner, let's say here with this token ID. Oops. When I go to smart contract, the contract is verified. I can see read contract and I can see token URI and I can input that ID. And this is the basically NFT is just you're holding this string, nothing, not even image. And that string contains wait, no, it's gonna open my IPFS. But yeah, the string contains, oops, you can see my Chrome, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, this that image, that string contains your NFT data, and basically there is a standard where everyone who is minting NFT needs to define this image uh, column, and that's how, okay, this should open like a board zip image. So the reason I am ranting about this is I was curious to know whether their 3D model is stored, like this metadata will give information everything about where are they storing, is it on chain, like is it decentralized, centralized. And to Ven's point is, so OpenSea uh, has similar model of taking commissions of all the NFT, but one thing is getting all the data from blockchain about this NFT every time people mint or sell is way tedious, and it's not memory efficient. So what OpenSea does is, for all the NFT, they all like they make API calls and cache those decentralized NFT storage in their centralized storage. So every time like something like this NFT is also on blockchain is also on their centralized storage. I got to know when I was like reading more about their API, and so it doesn't matter because they are doing this for better UI UX experience on their website, because one wouldn't like a laggy website experience. So all right, if anyone finds out where they're storing the space, share it in our Discord.
So, like to summarize, like Kabir, can you tell us some pros and cons of Monaverse? And like you have your hands dirty, and I believe you did also try sometime before. So yeah, can we hear from you guys?
Well,
I have a question. Sorry,
Yes,
but
please.
suppose
Don't be
if I
sorry.
okay, okay. Suppose if I want to exhibit my NFTs in Monaverse, so how can I import my NFTs inside Monaverse space? Do I need to have some like I have to like hold the token of the space to exhibit my NFTs, or like anybody can come and like import their NFTs, or is there no option to import? Like I want to know.
so a creator of a particular virtual space can always, there is one thing that is called artifacts. Okay, so from that facility, you can actually import your NFT and display it in the virtual spaces. And uh, a person who owns a particular virtual space can only exhibit his NFTs using artifacts. So it is not like that anybody this can display his or her NFT. You need to either own or either be a creator of that work.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this like there's this documentation here, like it specifies. So as Kabir said, artifacts are basically things. Let's say you have your own space. Once it's approved, depending on various events, you want to change the experience or some assets. So you can have this artifacts where you can remove the furniture, paintings, and here it says is placing art that you would like to sell as NFT that links to the marketplace. So you will place that. Yeah.
So they have certain like UI that you can just go in your space. Okay, no. So the question comes like, for example, Mayur created a space. Now Kabir wants to have his own NFT displayed. Now he has to transfer, or like Mayur has to buy his NFT, or how it will be like visible. or it can
To display NFT, so either I will have to buy the virtual space that Mayur has, or only Mayur can display from his wallet the NFTs that he has.
and maybe that's the issue, like like not any random guy can come and
Exactly.
ask Mayur for a space to rent and ask like, I have an NFT, can you display?
I think they have the fun. I think they are going to do this. Like they are going to let the owner of a particular virtual space to rent the space to anybody. I think they haven't added this functionality. Like,
I think, yeah. So I am getting like they don't, if I'm getting it right, if they don't have scripting integration, uh, like all they're saying here is like it's not pulling all of your NFT from your wallet here. It's like I can in my space I can place Richa's NFT, and basically if once the space is live, if anyone clicks on it, it goes to OpenSea. So I'm attaching like a external URL. I'm not calling it from chain, like uh, display all of my NFT. So it's, yeah, it's, I was
Okay.
checking, like they have a very strict structure that, okay, space, move your 3D model in this here, move your furniture in this, like mm, that's how they're packaging it. Yeah, so basically you're buying the whole space as NFT, but anyone can, like if it's live and if you don't have any token gated access, anyone can use or experience your space without NFT.
Can multiple people buy the NFT, or is it only one purchase?
yeah, they need to have a, what I should say, they need to have one wallet for that, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I
Collective wallet.
think, yeah. So do the space owner like decide I want to have like 50 NFT or 500 NFT for this space, or it's default? Need, okay, something to check later. But Vidisha, I think like uh what was your intent? Like if one person holds the NFT, only they have access to the space. Was that the intent, or?
No. My question is that like if I create a space and if I put it in NFT, then will because it's a digital space, right? So can many people purchase it, or can only one person have the authority after purchasing it?
No, so that's the, I think, ideology behind it. You can buy your you can sell your land, like what do you say, NFT, basically the whole model,
But
the
but uh,
space.
but will it like a one chain buy and sell purchase thing, or can I can distribute it between multiple customers and they can sell further on? But is it like a single chain, or is it like a branched one?
Yeah, we can verify that right now. Let's see. So they have this. So I think it's basically, like Mona is giving like people, oh, I own this 3D space, like that kind of feeling when you buy that NFT, that like a real estate owner, like it's a virtual space owner.
Mm-hmm.
But so uh this space has been minted, but no one has bought it yet. And this is the pricing. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. That's a
What,
good question.
what are those purple diamonds? Like,
So Yeah, so the purple is if this NFT is on Polygon chain, it shows purple. If that NFT is on Ethereum chain, it will show gray.
Okay.
And different chain have different gas fees and like transaction and like uh, security levels. So yeah.
Okay. I think I'll have to study more then. I don't know
Mhm.
those terms. Okay.
We'll study together. That's the intent of Archito study group.
That'd be amazing.
If you have some curiosity, I'm pretty sure everyone, many of the other people joining and new in this space will have the same uh, questions. So we
Okay.
should do
Then,
something.
then probably we can have a introductory. Like for me, I require an introductory class. I
Mhm.
don't know.
Okay, so I don't know how this is working, but like here, this guy has minted it. Now he has listed it, and
Mhm.
sold it. No, no. Okay, he has started for a
Yeah.
sale, right?
Yeah.
Then what is this thing?
So yeah, so I think it's maybe it's one on one. Like so, Team Buffett sold the space to 27 E8B for 0.7 Ethereum, and now 27 E8B is like increase the price and now reselling it at 5 Ethereum.
Okay.
Yeah, and
You can
the
So
thing
like
try.
is
this person
because it's
becomes.
NFT.
Mhm.
Sorry, like because it's NFT. Like I saw the structure. The next time 27 E8B sells for 5 Ethereum, you as a space creator will get 5% commission every time someone sells it.
That's it. But the question comes like he is the owner or and the
Mhm.
creator. Now
Mhm.
the ownership is transferred or they both becomes because
No,
that's how we say. No. So it will
yeah,
be only
it's
his now.
mhm. It's like you
Um
are an artist and you sold your artwork.
And regardless of that, the original owner will get 5%, but but the open space or like whoever the main play, I mean like the main software constructor are, they will always get 0.25%, like whatever
2.5. Yeah, yeah. So open.
2.5.
So next time they sell for 5 ETH, OpenSea will get 2.5% commission. Mona will get 2.5 commission, and artist will get like the developer will get 5% commission.
So that's like 10% already cut.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Um, one question, like there are different types of NFTs, right, with different token standards. So like there are some NFTs which are owned by multiple people. It's the same NFT, but a lot of people own that. Like
yeah.
there are numbers. So is it like this, like the ERC 172 or 115 to something like that?
Yeah. So like while when you mint an NFT as a owner, you decide how many tokens, like not tokens, like how many copies you want to get in out in the market. So let's say there is bored apes, like one particular kind of bored ape is 10, another particular kind is 100. So you decide based on that. And ERC 721 is if you have one particular, let's say, collection, it's is that. But what if, let's say, Shri, you know you're gonna mint in future, and you want to have different collection of yours in one contract, then you can do ERC 1155. And the best part is ERC 1155, you can also add, let's say, Shri tokens as well as Shri NFT wrapped inside ERC 115. So 115 is like a combo of ERC 20, which is like all the tokens we have in the market, and ERC 721. So best of both worlds.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Can we transfer the ownership? Like if the NFT is really if I already projected that the NFT is gonna sell really good, then I want the 5%, like 5% when with every transaction happens in the future. So can I negotiate and like get the ownership from the creator and be the owner and get the 5% in the future for every sell?
Yeah, so you decide, like, so like right now they are using one template. Like if Vidisha, you want to create your own NFT, like you can also develop like in the code that instead of 5%, I want 10%. I
Okay.
don't want to give commission to anyone. I'll have my own website where I'll have my 3D model NFT. Every time they mint, 10% goes to me, 90% goes to the new owner. So like, but also like if you create your own website, your website doesn't have that much traffic which OpenSea has. So pros and cons. Yeah.
No, like my question is that like I'm the creator and like you are purchasing from me, and I'll get the 5%, and but you know the value of my art or like my NFT, so you know that it's gonna sell really good in the future, like it will be passed on through a long chain. But you know the projection, so you know its value, and you want the owner to like to transfer the ownership so that for every simultaneous purchase which happens in the future, you'll get the 5% rather than the owner, because owner does not. I mean, like owner might not have the projection, but you understand its value. So you want the full ownership of it, so that in the future, for every transaction, you'll get the 5% rather than the owner. So can that happen? Can I can I transfer the ownership? Like the creator would be him, but can I transfer the ownership and then can I get the like asset of having 5% or something?
So wait, when you say owner, like you're not the space developer or NFT creator, or
Yeah.
are you?
No.
Okay,
Oh, no,
like
no.
the second
Sorry.
owner.
Like in our situation, I'm the creator, but like but you have a good projection of the NFT, and you think that it's gonna sell really good. So now you want the ownership of my NFT, to get that 5% because you know the value. So like, so can that happen? Like can you transfer the ownership from me to you?
Yeah, so this goes on smart contract level. So like one example is like, for example, I'm creating a workshop certificate. Currently, I'm doing it from my account, but then I have, because I'm creating the smart contract, I have the function where, okay, transfer ownership, where all this certificate I'll transfer to Arkidao's smart contract account. So you can do that, but you need to know some coding, smart contracts code. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I know a couple of marketplaces which are like DAO-based marketplaces that enables you to have shared ownership. So
Okay.
basically, they expose those sort of uh, equity split, if you will, into your NFTs, where you can assign, okay, I'm minting this NFT as an owner, but I want 5% of this to go to the artist. I want 5% of this to go to my team. I want 5% of this to go to this person, and the rest to the seller. So you can start
Yeah.
like creating really complex smart contracts where a lot of people can have a shared
I see.
equity when every time that NFT is sold.
I see.
You can also have some of that goes to non-for-profit or charity projects and have a account which directly collects that.
That means it's flexible. That's good.
Mhm. Cool. Did we get a chance to hear from Anisha? In case you would like to share.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but do we have to like decide on the transfer of thing before we mint it, like in the smart contract? Like after you mint the NFT, you cannot change all those things?
Uh, what kind of ownership? Like,
No, just now that the thing we discussed about the 5% distribution to different people,
yeah,
different thing. So we have to decide on these things before we mint the NFT in the smart contract, right?
yep.
Okay.
That's the best. Like it's immutable. Once It goes, your decision goes on blockchain. No one can change it. Literally no one.
I cannot change the, really, I cannot.
No,
You only
it's
go forward, never back.
Man, so I cannot change the property, like
You can
anything.
change some things, but you cannot erase what has been done.
Has been done. All right,
That's how it's safe
that's how it's.
and traceable.
Mhm.
but one thing to keep in mind is like if you don't like we so what I was trying to show earlier with the board apes is you click on NFT, then you go to the URL string which holds the metadata of NFT. But the URL was on IPFS, but let's say that URL is hosted on uh, some WordPress website, and if the WordPress website goes down, your NFT doesn't hold any value. And if you are the controller of the WordPress website, you can say I have like first 100 tokens, and then suddenly on the WordPress you can change it to 1,000. Like that's that's not a lot of people know that, but like those are the things you need to check when you're buying an NFT. Is it truly decentralized or immutable storage? Let's do conclusion.
Yeah, like it's a little bit of conclusion when we just stop the live stream and we share it, something discuss later.
Shri, do you have any last question?
No, that's all.
Come on, one more. No, no kidding. Yeah. What are your conclusions, Shri? What's your conclusion?
I think I'd like to explore Monaverse first, like get my hands dirty on. But the thing is, like, we have to mint the space to like have the experience of the space, and it's not free. Other spaces we can like explore, but if you want your space to be there live, so you have to mint. So that's the one thing that
Yeah. Cool. Kabir?
Yeah, I will do more research on monomers again because some things, some small things I think I will need to create NFT. I'm thinking of creating NFTs in the monomers. We'll try.
Yeah. You should do like maybe we can prepare like since this was a really great session of step by step what things we need to do. We can prepare like those couple of steps that install this beforehand, and then we can jump on a session and like get a 3D model, tweak the artifacts, integrate some URL, then make it eligible to publish on Mona. And I saw there is like a Mona playground as well. So in case you want to check whether your model is compatible with Mona, you can just upload the Unity export there.
So for model compatibility, I think .obj and .fbx are required.
Hmm. Yeah, let's do Akida community exhibition where we collect small models from everyone and group it together and like mint it.
Hello, Mayu. Hi.
Hi, what's up?
Sorry. Like I couldn't able to join. Like I was busy these days, like shifting from one place to another city. So I have an idea. So instead of using our Zoom meet, why don't we we'll create a team? So we'll create a space in Metaverse, something like I think Sri took spatial, right? So we'll create we'll design our own our design. We'll create exhibit a space you follow Sunken Blimp, right? Like Matthew's
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
create something like that, like a space. So we'll display our our community works, and then we'll instead of having Zoom meet, let's create an avatar and let's we all meet there. So like a metaverse kind of community meeting instead of Zoom meeting, we'll go like there. So in that one, let's not say spatial, we'll explore and some other things. So like each week, if we are discussing about specific metaverse, so this week, let's say instead of today's Zoom, we could create last week spatial, and then for next week, let's move on to instead of spatial, we'll move on to what Kabir took today. So like that. So let's keep on evolving. So instead of Zoom, let's just avoid Zoom. It's old. So we'll
Praveen,
yeah.
And
the
Gold
work
is not bad.
village
What are
now.
you saying?
No,
That's a great idea. I think like we are saying we are defining the future of meetings and communication on metaverse, and we say every time that next time the meeting should be in metaverse. Uh, Next time if we don't meet, there should be some penalty. Like that's a great idea. Thanks for
so
jumping
yeah,
in.
we'll keep the stage open. So we'll create a team so we can exhibit our own NFT, not an NFT, like our artwork. I think Ricardo is doing is kind of a AI art. So even you can showcase your project, either your architecture project or something you hand sketch that day or yesterday, something like that. Let's keep it at open Instagram for everyone. Post it on something like that. I don't know. Randomly I got it. And then I'm sorry, I couldn't able to join from the start. I just joined at the Q&A session. I'll check on YouTube.
No problem.
Definitely, it's a good idea. I think that Decentraland, we are thinking maybe we have to push it soon.
Mm.
That's where we can do this.
I actually wouldn't
Yeah.
mind trying Mona. It seems like it has this speak, share, leave. It seems like you can host meetings in there.
Yeah, but Mona is I think more closed. It is your space, and then I don't know,
private.
yeah, a little bit more private. But while we talk about Decentraland, it's
Spatial. Also, Sunken Blimp are doing such thing what Praveen has said. I think Sunken Blimp is doing things like that in spatial.
Yeah.
guys, I've seen one more, that's Mozilla Hub, and I pretty liked it. It's really nice. It's quite comparable when you compare with Special or Dio. I think I should stop the recording. So we should
Yeah,
not go
yeah.
that
Let's
way.
let's conclude it and then have this post-session discussion.
Kabir, come
Cool.
on, pros and cons. Let's hear them and maybe we can wrap it up. Quick ones.
Okay, the pros are obviously that it does not limit the creativity of any artist, and you don't need to buy land in order to start creating. And there is a very these people have created very easy workflows for any artist to start creating virtual spaces, and it's quite means it's backed by quite big names like Polygon Studios. And about phones, I think there is a means it's as Richa said that it's private, it's not totally open, and I'm difficulty having thoughts about the phones of the Monaverse actually because I liked it very much.
Yeah, the decentralized approach is really nice, and
Yeah.
it is quite explorative also. And even I think we can deploy the smart contracts on it. So something like that opens up a lot of Web3 opportunities in Metaverse, Monaverse.
So thinking about cons, has anybody has any idea of that? Thinking about the cons of the Monaverse platform.
Like you cannot find anybody's space so easily.
There is a problem in the storage, means we need to figure out how, where are the virtual spaces being actually stored.
And maybe one con can be like, if for example, I and Ben want to start just a space and have a meeting, it is not possible. I have to first mint it and then only I can have a meeting. So like I have to give some of the investment first and maybe it work, it may not work, something like that can project out.
Actually, no, I just saw that on that link that I sent earlier for that Marco Magic space. Like anyone can enter, anyone can host a meeting there. So
Like, can you host a meeting here?
So lack of privacy, it's a problem.
possibly.
Something you have to, but no, like this is what like decentralized approach should be, right? You know, you can experience the space. Like even, you know, a vegetable vendor can go and experience the space and maybe something like that. So more of a democratized approach. We can look at that angle maybe.
Now you're justifying. Yeah, I think like one thing, like the scripting is not allowed yet. So I would say I try to create like very dynamic interactive experiences in metaverses. So this is kind of a limitation.
So what would like you would like what would are you looking for scripting here? Some interactions, is it?
Yeah, like so if you do like Decentraland or Somnium, like if I like open the door, I click on something, there's dynamic. If I could even have like, let's say there are 4 people, I can have like a scoring board saying how many people did this, like gamify a bit or add a lot of layers, which like even IoT integration or API integration could open up very interesting opportunities.
Like when I'm not able to like host a meeting here. Like how are you even getting that option?
Just on the bottom, once you've gone through their setup process, it says like it gives
Oh
you an option
yeah.
to join.
So like unless they start charging like rent for you, like you can enjoy all the spaces now. Cool. Okay, I
Maybe
think
like
that's a
this is
good way to
this
conclude.
can, yeah, this can be a good point like what Praveen was saying. If we have our own minted space and we want to host a meeting, I think that's Monaverse. Right. Okay, I'll stop the live stream.